did it! What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream, and a very happy Magic Monday, one and all. Sorry, I have like the tiniest piece of cough drop still left in my mouth. I thought I would have finished it in time, but then I did not. But anyway, hi everyone. Welcome. It's great to see each and every one of you.
Yeah.
We're very grateful to have you here. Like I said, a very happy Magic Monday. Hopefully you all had a great weekend. As always, we would love to hear from you in the chat. Amy, do you want us to do our intro first, or do you want to talk about the screen that we're on first?
I would love to talk about the screen that we're on. Not
Please
the stream
do.
that we're on. We're on the stream.
That's the Magic Monday stream. I did that already.
You did. Uh, the screen that we're on is Glimmers.
It is Glimmers.
And they're all awesome and cute.
Do you want to look at them all individually?
Yeah.
So you've got Enduring Friendship, which is the Otter Glimmer. You've got Enduring Vitality, which is the Elk Glimmer, which definitely just looks like Bambi.
Yeah.
You've got the Enduring Courage, which is the Dog Glimmer.
Yeah, I don't love this art of it, though, I won't lie.
Sure. We've got the Enduring Tenacity, which is the Snake Glimmer. We've got Enduring Curiosity, which is the Cat Glimmer, with its little Red Riding Hood on. And the Enduring Innocence, the Sheep Glimmer.
Yeah, that one's pretty cute.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I have to say I like the original arts better than these alt arts. So I'm not gonna implore you to purchase any of these, but I do like the lamb. The lamb is very cute.
I was gonna say, yeah, I mean, we don't really use these cards, and I don't know, maybe this one, because of its ability of drawing cards, maybe this ends up in Cube, but otherwise, outside of Cube, we're never gonna see these cards again, so
sure. Okay. But yeah, I'm happy to see Glimmers all over the page here.
Yeah.
The whatever this
the
is.
Daily Deals page.
Yeah. So yeah, get out your Glimmer journals and write in there that you saw glimmers on Magic the Gathering Arena.
I think I don't know how much we've actually talked about this, but I think while I'm playing one of the games today, I think you should have a conversation about what a Glimmer Journal is and what the glimmers mean to you, and etc. Like I said, we'll get the ball rolling a bit. We can check in with folks in chat, which we have not done, but we are going to. Sorry, everybody.
Okay.
Just give us a moment. But yeah, and then I would love if you would talk about this a little bit more. Because like I said, I don't think you have, and if you have, maybe there are folks who are not here for that discussion. So, but for those of you that may be new, whether you're watching live or on the VOD, what's going on, everybody? This is Joe.
And Amy.
We are Geek for All, and we are here on Magic Monday to continue to play some Magic the Gathering Arena, although this week is a bit of a first, if you will, outside of the streamer event, the early access event, whatever they are calling it these days, sponsored by Wizards of the Coast. This is the first time that we are going to be playing some Tarkir Dragonstorm Limited. We did pick up some new gems because we were a little low, but we did end up... but there are multiple options here for us. So we have all 5 of the sealed clan options, as well as the premier draft option. We will be doing one of those at least today. And I think we should probably just start with sealed, because sealed goes away sooner than draft does. Plus, we always do a sealed first. So I'm going to click on this and do Abzan. As a reminder for folks, Abzan says your creatures are versatile. Outsize your opponents with +1/+1 counters, or outflank them with spirit tokens. Now the combos or the colors in this are white, black, green. So white. Oh, okay. And so some of the colors that we could splash into, we don't want blue and we don't want red. So Jeskai not going to be super helpful. Sultai Renew might not be too bad. We got green, black. White-black with Mardu Mobilize, not too bad. And we don't want Teamer, because blue and red. So, possible to take some Mardu cards, some Sultai cards. But otherwise, Abzan will be our hope for our main color. We will get 2 Abzan seeded packs, and then 4 random packs. So there is a possibility that we will not be in Abzan. It's just more likely that we will be. But before I go into this, Amy, we are streaming, and so more importantly than what I have to say, we have folks who are hanging out with us, so please go right ahead.
Yes. Before I get into chat, I just wanted to restate, because it is a restatement if you watched us do the streamer event for this particular set.
Yes.
But if you weren't here for that, I just want to point out that there are 2 seeded packs.
Yes.
As opposed to 1, which is what you would normally get in paper.
Yes, which we did get in the pre-release kits. If you have not checked out the video of me opening 5 different pre-release kits, all 5, in fact, 1 per clan, for this set. It was about 2 hours long, so if you've already watched it, thank you for spending the time. And if you haven't, maybe don't watch it now because you'll miss the whole stream. But if you're looking for something to watch in the coming days or weeks or whatever, that video will be there and available for you, and I encourage you to check it out. Because you do get to see what Amy is talking about, that there is 1 seeded pack and what that seeded pack looks like. And obviously, I mean, we'll see in this one what these 2 look like.
Now, after having played the streamer event and played paper as well for the pre-release, do you feel that there being 2 seeded packs here on Arena actually does help more than the 1 seeded pack in paper?
You know, that's a damn good question. I genuinely had not thought about it. And it feels like the way I'm talking about it that you set me up for this and we talked about it ahead of time.
No.
But we didn't. That's just a genuinely good question.
I don't do that.
We did mention, though, on last week's stream, before this set went live on Arena, that that I did very poorly at pre-release. Like, the worst I've done in years. Genuinely in years.
Yeah.
This was the worst pre-release I can ever remember doing, at least in terms of, again, win-loss record. Everything else about it was great. It's a great spectacle, and I always love pre-release, and this will not, that poor performance will not dampen my love for it by any means. But during the streamer event, I thought we did well. Not amazing, but passably well. And we only stopped after 8 hours after we went 0-3 twice. But those were the only 2 times we went 0-3 was after we'd been streaming for like 7.5 hours. And we did 2 events in a row that went very poorly. But all the other ones, I mean, we went like 4-3, 3-3, 2-3. Like, we were still doing pretty well considering.
Okay.
So maybe it is. I didn't get that feeling internally necessarily when I was playing. But based on my win-loss record, you could say that it might be.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that and wondering, like, oh, okay, maybe they're doing 2 seeded packs on Arena because after they did the play testing for this set, they realized they really needed to.
Maybe.
And then in paper, they didn't try to go and tell all the LGSs, like, do 2 this time. They just let that be whatever it was going to be. But They were like, well, on Arena, we can do 2 because we know this set kind of needs it.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. I hadn't thought of that. And maybe. Who knows?
It's just something I wondered about.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, so I will get to chat here. Erica says, hi, my loves, with hearts that are kind of encircling each other.
What is up, Erica? Happy Magic Monday. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah. She says, if we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, all this week, and idle theme, no more yielding than a dream.
That is very pretty.
Yeah.
I like that. I do not recognize it, unfortunately.
No.
And I hope I will not be embarrassed if and when you tell us where that is from, that I do not remember where it is from. But regardless, that's really cool. Thank you for putting that in there.
Yeah, please let us know.
And also, Erica, hopefully...
Lucian is also here saying bonjour and then a bunch of other words.
I'll do my best. Bonjour et joyeux lundi magique. So, I mean, I know what the last word means, and I know what the first word means. But otherwise, my second language is like, I speak 1.5 languages, arguably. My second language is not French, although I can identify that, I believe. My best estimate is that that is French. I did play a part in a play where I spoke French.
Oh.
Remember?
No.
South Pacific.
Oh.
I was Henri.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I like... This will be an interesting statement. I very creepily, in my opinion, this was not like how it was written as the character, but I very creepily folded a tablecloth or a towel or a bed sheet or something on stage while looking at my, like, boss who was attempting to seduce a woman at the time.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, it was real weird. Yeah.
I don't remember any French, but I do
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I had like 2 lines.
Because it was weird.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had 2 lines. One of them was Venez Petit, which just means come children. I don't remember what the first line was.
Were there actual children?
Yeah, there were 2 kids, yeah.
Oh.
Remember, they were the middle school kids, we were the high school kids. They had like 2 middle school kids who, like, you don't remember that at all?
Nope.
Anyway, but there were 2 middle school kids who came in and acted in the show as children of the main characters.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I spent a lot of time backstage.
Well, yes, for the first 3 years. And then the 4th year you were backstage and on stage, right?
I wasn't backstage.
You weren't backstage at all in the 4th year?
No.
Oh, my bad.
I mean, I guess kind of. Once a backstager, always a backstager, I guess. Erica says it's a Midsummer Night's Dream, which the glimmers always make me think of.
Nice.
Ah,
Very cool.
that is very cool. Lucian says, I barely speak one language, sideways crying laughing face. Just thought you'd appreciate the throwback to Mario stream conversation, LOL.
Nice. Shout outs to our friend Austin, who very famously, and it made me chuckle quite a bit, but very, very famously said, I speak English and broken English. I am going to open these packs, and then we can keep chatting. Do not hesitate, by the way. At least one mythic, Arena. At least one mythic. On color, preferably.
A lot of people tend to ask me if English is my first language.
Well,
Sadly, it is.
we did get one mythic, and it sure is not in the colors we want. Because remember how we said, what 2 colors didn't we want?
Blue and red.
Well, this is 2 of those. The 2 of those colors are, this 3-color card is those 2 colors, plus 1 of ours. This is those 2 colors,
Yep.
and only those 2 colors. This is one of those 2 colors. So is this. But we can play these 3, Severance Priest, Sage of the Skies, and Warden of the Grove.
All right, well, I suppose we could look at the rest of our cards, because maybe they're all Jeskai as well. Fuck us, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if we did have to go Jeskai, we could keep Sage of the Skies.
There you go.
And arguably might be able to splash for Zurgo, although Zurgo doesn't go super well in Jeskai, I don't think, but whatever. We will see.
We will see. C. Holland is here saying hey with a wave.
What is up, C. Holland? Happy Magic Monday. How are you? How was your weekend? All that fun stuff. Okay, so for Abzan cards, first of all, 3 of the Tri-lands for Abzan.
Okay.
Sick.
Maybe it is Abzan.
1 Teamer Tri-land, which would...
Allow us to splash for our mythic?
Yes and no. We also have a Swiftwater Cliffs, which will not help us at all. We do have Scoured Barrens, which absolutely gets in the deck, no question. Unfortunately... Oh, actually, Jungle Hollow... 2 Jungle Hollows as well. So, 3 Sandstep Citadel, 2 Jungle Hollow, and a Scoured Barrens all get in. Tranquil Cove, Windscarred Crag, Swiftwater Cliffs, and Frontier Bivouac, not as helpful. Evolving Wilds, always helpful. There is 1 two Jeskai cards, two non-mythic Jeskai gold cards, and one Sultai gold card. Although we did say, don't forget, that this can be played for 4 mana. Because we do have black and green, and so we would just pay 2 instead of the blue, and so we could play Gurmag Nightwatch as a 4 mana 3/3 that lets us look at the top 3, pick one of them and put the rest into our graveyard. There's the Globe. I don't love the Globe. It is fixing, sort of, but I just don't love it. Boulderborn Dragon, I'm also not a huge fan of.
Aww.
You like him?
It's so cute.
It's a 5 mana 3/3 flying vigilance, and when it attacks, surveil 1. Like I said, I just don't love it, personally. We also got a Mardu Monument, which is interesting. Because, again, it is 2 of our 3 colors, is Mardu. So if we played this, we would be able to go search for a plains or a swamp. But if we were not splashing red, we would not be able to activate its ability. So I don't think we're playing this, is what I mean. We got 2 Simic cards, which is interesting. We're not playing those either because of blue. But we did get Kintree Severance, which is an incredible card, and in our colors. So we could play this for 3 at instant speed. Reputable Merchant, which we could also play for 3. I feel so bad. Like, the turtle seems okay, I guess, and he's eaten, but I just don't like that the shop is in his shell. Like, that's not what that's for.
Agreed.
It makes me sad. And then the rare Severance Priest that we got, which, by the way, is a reminder for folks, white, black, green for a 3/3 Death Touch Djinn Cleric. When this creature enters, target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, exile that card. And when this creature leaves the battlefield, the exiled card's owner makes an XX white spirit creature token, where X is the mana value of the exiled card. So whatever the best card is in their hand, essentially, it has to be non-land, but I doubt that a land is going to be the best card in any of our opponent's hands in Limited. But anyway.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah, so would I. But anyway, any card, one card out of their hand, the best card out of their hand, goes away. And then even if they kill our Severance Priest or bounce it or whatever, they don't get that card back. They just get an XX Spirit where X is equal to the mana value of that exiled card. So the Spirit likely going to be not as good as whatever we're getting rid of because we're trying to get rid of it because it's too good. Also, I noticed we got Marshal of the Lost, which absolutely gets in. 4 mana 3/3 Death Touch whenever we attack. Target creature gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of attacking creatures. So notably, this goes better in Mardu, right? Because it wants to have a bunch of the little 1/1 warriors attacking. But it is 2 of our its 2 colors are 2 of our colors, so it gets in.
So Erica says, I don't love the globe. Joe, pretending to be an oil company.
Very nice. Very nice. How dare you, Erica? I would never. So yeah, I mean, I guess we can do Abzan. We have 2 Sagu Wildlings as well. That's a very good card. 2 Encroaching Dragonstorms. I don't know how many dragons we have, but for 4 mana, we can search for 2 basics, put them onto the battlefield, tapped, and then shuffle. And then if a dragon we control enters, we can bounce this back to our hand, and then replay it and go get 2 more basics. And we have 2 of them. So if we have 2 on the field at the same time, and a dragon enters, they do both bounce back to our hand.
Right.
Really nice.
So Lucian says, oh yeah, hello and Merry Magic Monday is what I said in French.
Oh, well, thank you. Merry Magic Monday to you as well.
And Erica says, I'm getting a new phone today as a sudden unexpected expense.
Okay.
Smile face with lots of smiles.
Yeah, that is, that sounds like not what you want.
Yeah. And see, Helen says, I'm good, thanks. Hope you both had a good weekend.
We did. There was, to reference it and then get it out of the way, there was a distant death in the family, so it required a bit of driving from us yesterday. It was, in fact, 3.5 hours to get down there, thanks to traffic, and then 3 hours to get back up, or so. So it was a very busy day, but we were very happy to be there for our family and to support them and to see some of them who we've not seen in quite some time. So, to pay our respects to the deceased as well as their immediate family members who are our, like I said, slightly more distant family members. It felt nice. So,
yeah.
Okay. I mean, we've got a fair bit of removal thanks to white and black at least. So that's awesome. No. Oh, good. Okay. We have the exhales in black and green. We do not have it in white, which is unfortunate. I really like the exhales as removal spells, but we do have the Oblivion Ring, which is this one. So I think I'm going to start putting cards in the deck now. That kind of makes sense, right? After
Yeah.
all this. Faffing about.
We do have to make a deck at the end of it.
I've never heard that.
Okay, I guess we could just sit here staring at the cards the whole time, I suppose.
What does Shiko specifically do? Let's see how worth it would be to try to splash 2 colors for this card. 5 mana, 4/5 Flying Vigilance. When it enters, exile target non-land card with mana value 3 or less from our graveyard, copy it, and we may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. It's not bad. I just don't think it's worth splashing 2 colors for,
Okay.
personally.
It doesn't, I mean, I assume it doesn't go with what we're doing else.
I mean, it's removal. Or not removal, but it's, like, if it's any non-land card with mana value 3 or less, like, we could get the Severance Priest back. We could get... I don't know if it works with these, to be honest with you. I don't think it does. I think mana value on this is 6. I could be wrong. And if somebody knows, let me know. But right now, then, if I'm correct on that, then this would be our only option currently. But of course, the deck is clearly not full yet. So
Right.
put 2 of those in. Put 2 of those in. This card is insane, by the way. So we can get this back. This is a very, very good card. It's a 2/2 for 3, and at the beginning of our end step, we put a +1/+1 counter on it every turn.
Oh, wow.
And then whenever another non-token creature we control enters, it endures X, where X is the number of counters on this creature. Now I don't... Oh, yes, endures X. Okay. Where X is the number of counters on this creature. Got it. So endure says put X counters on the creature that entered, or make an XX white spirit. But yeah, that card gets in. It's absolutely insane. Snakeskin Veil gets in. I love it. Dragon Sniper is great. Heritage Reclamation I probably would not put in. I absolutely play the Piercing Exhale. I don't love the Leopard. Don't love the Roamer's Routine. +1/+1 counter on target creature. And then we could renew it to put more counters. Yes, please. It endures 3? It is an Obzon card. Sure. Why not? Death Gorger is a dragon. We want it. An Adorned Crocodile.
Ooh.
I'll come back to that one, possibly. That's good. 4 mana, 2/1 Menace, but it endures 2. So it could be a 4/3 Menace, or a 2/1 Menace with a 2/2 Spirit. Salt Road Skirmish. Destroy a creature, make 2 warriors. They gain haste, sack them at the beginning of the next end step. Absolutely. It's destroy target creature, as is this card, speaking of which. Unburied Earth Carver. We can sack another creature to put a counter on this. Krumar Initiate. X and black and tap. Pay X life. It endures X. Activate only as a sorcery. Yes, please. Alesha's Legacy I don't love. Obzon Devotee absolutely gets in. That will help us filter for our lands if we have like 2 colors, hopefully one of them black. Then we would be able to play this and then filter for the rest of our colors that we need. Caustic Exhale absolutely gets in. Static Snare, yes. The Dawnbreaker, yes. The Battle Priest probably should get in. Maybe at least 1. Sage gets in. Oh, God, we're so over. Oh, God. And I don't mean in the wrestling awesome good kind of way. Okay. Well, we have to make 12 cuts. That's a lot. That's too many. I'll let you get back to chat while I do this, I guess.
Char is here saying, wrong stream, LOL, now I'm here and I'm screwed. Alright, well, it's nice to have you, Char.
Yeah. You don't have to feel trapped here, though.
This day sucks.
No.
I am sorry. I will say I did post that video that you were asking about. I did forget a couple things, though, so... but I can tell you what those things are. Because I'll, like, add it as a comment to that post, I guess, after the stream, but...
So we're not splashing, so I ditched both of those enchantments that let us search for land. I figure if we're at 4 mana, we're probably pretty close to 5 and 6, so I'm not too worried about it. The nice thing about these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dragons is that they can be cast for 1 mana, 2 mana, and 2 mana. So it's not that big of a deal that they're up here. In fact, I can move them here. And I guess technically the Omen... Well, whatever, fine. They're going to go up there. Like that. And then we only have 2 5-drops, although this gets cheaper for each attacking creature, and 1 6-drop. But we still need 9 cuts.
Oh.
So...
Yikers.
Yeah, I don't love that, but we can get rid of that, because then we don't have to worry about paying 4 for it.
That art is so striking.
Which one?
The static snare.
It's a big scary dragon.
Wow.
Yeah.
She says, I'm late taking my blood pressure meds because my neighbor loves to dilly-dally.
Did you get stuck like talking to them or something?
And I can tell my blood pressure is high because I've got a really bad headache coming on and I'm slightly dizzy but almost home.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Well, and you'll be able to take it as soon as you get back.
Yeah. What am I getting rid of? 18 creatures feels like a lot. Oh no, what happened to Jace Puppet? Oh no.
Headless.
And handless. He's just invisible. It's just his clothes that are visible. He's the invisible man. Excuse me.
She said, my neighbor took me out for a walk and said we'd be home quicker than quicker than we are. So I'm walking back on my own because she has to stop every 2 seconds and talk to everybody.
That sounds right.
Not to mention it's kind of hot today and I overheated extremely easy.
Sure. Damn, I only need a couple more cuts, but I really don't want to... I mean, to be fair, how much removal is too much removal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pieces of removal feels like a good amount, right?
Yeah. I feel like.
I like removal.
I feel like you're going to be happy you have it later.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Unless, of course, you don't draw any other cards besides removal.
Yeah, but at least that keeps us in the game long enough, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What if I do that? What happens then? And then I need to cut one more card? Okay. I can deal with that. Amy.
Yes.
What is our deck box art?
How about that one?
This one?
The one next to it.
This one.
Yeah.
Fleeting Effigy. You got it. And then Amy. What are our sleeves?
Oh. Let's see.
For white, black, green, if the colors are relevant to you.
They're not.
Fair enough. No judgments, just checking.
How about this awesome one over here?
This one?
Yeah.
Jeru and Hezeret?
Yeah.
Cool. You got it. And then we'll say done. And begin.
Whoa, look at that thing.
It's a beast with like a building on its back.
Yeah, it's like a city or something.
Mm-hmm. Walking into what looks like the skeletal mouth of a dragon or something.
Yeah.
Right? Or maybe it's, Could be like the ribs or something, because it like kind of curves around like that. People better be playing sealed on Arena.
Danny boy.
We're playing Oh Danny Boy.
So Shar says, almost home, just taking it slow. I need a little Pengu friend.
This hand is awkward, but fine, I guess. Okay, that's better. Makes it a little better, at least.
I did see your photo, Shar, of the horse.
We'll play the devotee.
It was very cute.
Oh, they countered it. Okay. Sure, I guess. We can get it back later, but that was just, tempo-wise, I guess, congrats.
Lucian says, I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down.
So I guess I'm going to play that because they played nothing else, and I can play Marshal of the Lost next turn. Oh, they've played nothing again, huh? Fourth land. Whatever, make them have it. They didn't have it. Ha-ha! Perfect. They are representing all 5 colors? Yes, they are representing all 5 colors. Nightblade Brigade is a 1/3 Death Toucher. Sure would be a shame if something were to happen to it with all these goddamn removal spells that we have. Oh, I have to reveal a dragon or pay 1. Damn, I don't have the... I want to draw a land off the top. Let's put it that way. Okay, so they have Flash Flyer, can cast sorcery and dragon spells, or put 3 counters on one of their creatures for 3 mana. Nice. We did not draw the land. That is very unfortunate. So I guess we just want to... kill this. And pass. I guess maybe I gotta be smarter about this, because this would have killed that creature, but doesn't kill every creature. So I'm gonna go like this, I guess, and put this back in my hand, and then I guess pass. They played a 4/3, so I don't have a dragon, so I can't Caustic Exhale before my next turn, but I can do it on my turn for 2, and then play the Devotee as well. That'll be cool. So I take 4, which is unfortunate, but...
So Shar says, by Pengu, I mean penguin, and yay, you said you saw Buckles the donkey. That makes me happy. I see my building. Okay, you can do it, Shar. You're almost there.
That's true. All right, so that's an instant, but they're tapped out.
She says, I'll be right back.
They do have a 4/4. Which is annoying, but it's fine. Basically, I can use this to exile this, right? 3 or greater, so yeah, definitely. And they did make a 3/3. I don't really need the Devotee, but it does keep... It is able to keep coming back, which is nice. She's going to get attacked, which is unfortunate. I'll have to take 7 and go to 9, which I don't love, but again, that's life.
But look at their happy companion.
Yeah, I guess so. Take my turn, drew another land. 3 mana left after this means... Let's see if they counter this. They don't. And I played another spell, so I get 2 2/3 flying lifelinkers. Seems good. No attacks. Okay, we're not out of this game yet. Even though we're at 9 and they're at 21. Reigning Victor is not a bad card. +1/+1 Indestructible is annoying, especially because it has Trample. Taking it all would put us to 1. But double blocking and taking 5, but gaining 4 means we take 1. And go to 8. Descendant of Storms is not bad. But what we want to do is Caustic Exhale for 2 on this. And then Piercing Exhale. And gain 2 life. Then I'll play the Descendant of Storms. Go to combat for 4. Gain 2 more and go up to 12. And pass, leaving up Snakeskin Veil to hopefully save my Flying Lifelinker from whatever removal spell they're going to try to cast on it, so that then it will be a 3/4 Flying Lifelinker and can gain us 3 life every time it attacks. We'll see. Sagu Pummeler is annoying, but fine. Take our turn. I was going to say, could we draw some of that removal? We sure did, y'all. We sure did. Combat, attack with all 3. Absolutely auto-pay the 2. And put a counter on it. And attack them for a lot more. They're at 10. We're at 14. Like I said, we were not out of that game yet. Storm Shriek Feral lets them discard a card to draw 2 cards. They have 4 mana remaining for this turn. They discarded the Rescue Leopard and shuffled the dragon back in. They gain a life. You got it.
Shar says, I'm back and I'm home.
Congrats.
Awesome.
Glad to hear it.
All right. Go and take it.
All right, so we don't need to play the land. We can keep it as the hand land. Go to combat, swing with everybody. Absolutely pay the 2. Absolutely put a counter on it. They go to 3. We go to 16.
Wow.
And we pass.
Okay.
Game's not over yet. See? What did I say?
I was like, wow, we've really turned this around. But...
Correct. But if that's all they're playing, we still have a chance that we win this one. Play the Jungle Hollow, gain the life, go to combat, swing with everybody. I don't need to put the counter on. They conceded.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They had 1 blocker, and our other 2 creatures together, like they blocked the 4/3, right? It's the biggest thing. And then these 2 kill them. They're at 3.
Thank you, oh Danny boy.
Yeah.
Lucian says, looks like Danny boy didn't get back up this time, lol.
I guess not.
I guess not.
To be fair, we were the one that was knocked down first, and then
right, exactly.
we climbed right back up. And in fact, pulled them down with us. Okay, well, Infernus with the Assassin's Creed avatar.
Oh.
Very nice. Wow. These lands seem very one-sided. Do I risk this? Basically, we're going first. If their deck is slow, we can get in a few times with this, which would be pretty nice. And make some other creatures, make some 1/1s. But if their deck is fast, then we're going to be a little screwed waiting for the lands for this. I'll try it. Let's try it.
Well, maybe we'll draw something for the white.
Maybe. But
that's between 1 and 5
maybe,
mana.
maybe. Okay, let's see. I assume they're going to start with a tap land. That's kind of what this format dictates, right? So maybe they do. Even if they gain a life. See? Look at that. We drew a 2-drop green card. I will absolutely pay the 2. But I think I'm going to go wide here. Because again, if they have a piece of removal and we build up on this, then we're kind of screwed. At
Yeah.
least, otherwise we might be able to, sneak in a couple of 1/1s on the ground here
Yeah. Good plan.
early. Thank you.
Especially since we're on the battle map.
All right, we gain a life, drawing a... Ooh, okay. You know what? Worth it, because we have the 2 mana. We don't need anything else right now. So we play this, gain the life, go to combat, swing with both, absolutely pay the 2, make another 1/1, hit them for 3, and move on.
Nice.
They've gained 2 life, and they're still at 17. Okay, next turn we can destroy a creature, make 2 1/1 creature warrior creature tokens that have haste, and then we sack at the beginning of the next end step. And that's basically if they play 1 creature here. They did not. They are destroying an online permanent, which is the Descendant of Storms. Unfortunate, but smart on their part.
Yeah.
4th land means that we can't do... That sucks. What does this say? Mill 3, and then they can discard a card to return a creature or a land from their graveyard to their hand. Okay. Let's go to combat first. Attack for 2. And then I think I'm just going to play this out for no value to allow us to have a card on the battlefield this turn. Next turn, if we draw any land, gets us Luxodon Battle Priest, but if we draw like a green, we can debate Warden of the Grove or Piercing Exhale, depending on what they do this turn as well. Now, they milled 3 cards. No, the creature is Champion of Doosan, but it also has Renew. Exile this card from your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter and a trample counter on a creature only as a sorcery. But again, they could return a creature or a land from their graveyard to their hand. They got a basic island, which they do have a blue source here, so they probably don't need to do that, but they still could.
Okay, Shar says, I got my meds and have the AC cranked.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
2/3 Menace Tomb Guard means... I guess they could get it back. Whenever a creature you control with a counter on it deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card and you lose a life. So maybe we hold on a turn for that, unfortunately. Because, like, basically if we draw a land next turn, we're kind of screwed. Because, like, then we should have done this turn. There's literally nothing else we can do, though. Just feels like they're just going to discard a card and get this back. But then they still have to replay it, right? Because it goes back to their hand. And this costs 3. So that would be their whole turn to recast it. So yeah, let's do it. We get 2 1/1s. We get to swing in for 6 this turn. Put them to 9. And we go to 23. So yeah, that seems okay. That seems like an okay use of our turn.
So Shar says, so the reason this day sucks is remember how I told you I was waiting for a bill from the ambulance?
Yes.
Because Medicaid isn't paying for that for my lung infection?
Yes.
I got the bill, $914.40.
Wow. That is a lot of money.
Yes, it is. Shar says, other than that, you guys saved my day as always.
Aw.
Would you guys like a jelly-filled donut?
I mean, always. Okay, so they did do exactly what I thought. They got the Tomb Guard back, but they did discard Alchemist's Assistant, which would allow them to exile this to put a lifelink counter on something for 2. And they replay the Tomb Guard, which, again, is their whole turn, which I did predict. A 5th land does get us the Battle Priest, and it means that we're going to put a counter on this and swing in for 3 lifelink in the air. They go to 7, we go to 26.
Shar, I would call them and see if you can pay it in installments.
It's a good plan, good idea.
Tell them you cannot pay otherwise. And if they want your money, that they should let you pay in installments.
So the attack here would be foolish, because that would just double block and like lose a token. The lifelink might be helpful, but again, attacking here would be very silly. They'd gain 3. They didn't do it. Okay. I don't need to play this land, because like if I draw a green, I'm only playing one of these cards anyway, right?
C. Holland says, back. I heard donuts mentioned.
Yeah, you sure did. All right, so now we have a 4/5, which means they're on board. They're dead next turn. We're representing lethal. Now, they can attack with the Tomb Guard. It will die. But this would put a +1/+1 counter and a trample counter on it. Okay. Ooh, Flying Death Toucher. All right, we need that green. We need that green so badly. Deck. I don't care about the stuff in my graveyard. Congrats, you did it. I need a green off the top. Deck. Green off the top. Oh, yes. Piercing Exhale is an instant. I didn't get the green. Shit.
Oh boy.
On another target creature you control. I'm going to play the land anyway. Put the counter on this. And I'll say no attacks. I gotta draw removal in white or black for this thing, or draw a green, because Piercing Exhale does it. Piercing Exhale absolutely does it. I just need it. That is a 2/2 flyer, but that's fine, because we basically would just... We would kill the Death Gorger, they would block with this thing, we'd gain 4 life, and not kill them that turn, but that's fine. Okay. So, yeah, they've played 3 flyers in 2 turns, and flying was the only way we were killing them. So, okay. They're looking at the top 4. 2 of them go into their hand, and 2 of them go into their graveyard. Rakshasa's Bargain.
That's a beautiful art.
It is. All right, so they got rid of a land and focused the mind, which would have let them draw 3, discard 1.
Speaking of beautiful arts.
Yeah, these are very pretty. Yay, the green!
Yay, finally!
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go like this first. They have a single red, so I feel okay about this. Go like this. Target here. Then swing with just the flyer. Before blocks. Piercing Exhale here to here. Submit 0 dragons. Kill that. Gain 5 life to 35. I assume a single chump block with the 1/1. Makes perfect sense. We gain 5 more up to 40. And we pass. Now, I don't have the green open for Snakeskin Veil, but I will next turn because I'm not going to play the Warden of the Grove. If this thing lives this turn, which is a big if. Double Strike Prowess is frustrating, but fine. Not what's going to stop us from winning here. Drawing 2 and discarding 1, also not what's going to stop us from winning. Making the flyer gives them extra turns, so to speak, but still. This gives something a reach counter, but it's for 5 mana. So they need 1 more turn. Or they will get 1 more turn. Unless, because I can't get... I don't think I have anything that kills 2 things in a turn. I also don't think I have card draw in this deck, now that I think about it. They could go to combat with the 2/2 flyer, I guess, but that'd be a little risky. Because then if I drew any removal, they would be screwed. A +1/+1 counter on target creature I control. That's pretty good. Oh, I need to play it with the green? No, I'm going to play it without the green. Because I need the green. I need the green for Snakeskin Veil. So I'm going to play Reputable Merchant. Put a counter on the Battle Priest. And then I'm going to go to combat. Put a counter on the Merchant. And then I think I swing in with both here. If I have to get cheeky with the Snakeskin Veil to save the Battle Priest and kill a bunch of their creatures, I'll absolutely do it. The Brushmaster only deals 4 damage even though it's a double striker. But the Battle Priest is lethal here, so they have to block it. And they have 1 mana open in green or black. And so going to damage, if they give it 1 more power, like with Snakeskin Veil, amazing. Oh, and Prowess. Okay, so that's a 3/5. That's a 4/6. So that would be 8 damage. So using Snakeskin Veil in this will not save it. It is dead. And we need to let that be okay. That is fine. It's annoying, but it's fine. We just gained 5 life. We're up to 45. And we will pass, leaving up Snakeskin Veil. If we draw a second green, we can play Warden of the Grove. Until then, this is a trap. Because it means that we cannot use Snakeskin Veil, and that's a huge problem. So, any green, untapped green, or one of the Abzan Devotees would be very helpful here, because it would allow us to do this. This is a stressful game. Sorry, you can read it. I'm just...
Okay. Shar says, yeah, I figured I'd snag a donut from my recently bought stash of donuts because if I don't eat something now, because my meds make me not hungry, and
Gotcha.
luckily my payee's going to do that, the payment plan thing.
Nice.
Good. Gives him a Boston cream filled donut to see Holland.
Nice.
See Helen says, nice, thanks. That's funny, Shar, because Boston cream is my favorite, and Joe likes jelly.
I do like jelly. I mean, I also enjoy Boston cream.
You do?
Oh, yeah. All right, a 4-5 here. Past the blockers, I'm going to do it. I mean, like, yeah, I'm definitely going to do it. I'm not putting up with this bullying opponent. We'll see. They might have something else, but for blue and black, is it like the death touch thing? No, it's not. Great. Okay, they killed the token, not the merchant. You got it. I'll take my turn. I killed your creature. That feels great. Krumar Initiate. Pay X life and endure X. We are at 45. I think we could start paying some life.
Yeah, I think we could.
Wow. Oh, we can only activate it as a sorcery, so we can only do it on our turn.
Okay.
Which is a little unfortunate, but as long as we keep up a green, we're fine. But unfortunately... Actually, yeah. Let's attack for 3 with this merchant. Why not? If they block it with one of the 2/2s, they die. And if they block it with the 5/7, the merchant dies and we get a counter on something. Either way, oh, they just take it. Even better. Fantastic. Put them to 5. I love it. Okay.
So, yeah, Shar, Boston cream donuts are like one of the things that I really miss, being gluten and lactose free. It's one of the few things I really miss, actually. Because there aren't a ton of things I really miss. Specific food items. Of course, being able to go to a restaurant and not, like, cause a scene.
God forbid.
Is, something I miss. But just foods-wise, Boston cream donuts for sure.
Ooh, that's scary. That's a good one. Okay. I was like, oh, they're going to get a removal spell. I can Snakeskin Veil to save my flyer, but no, they're going to return 2 permanents from their graveyard to their hand. They're going to shuffle up to 4 cards from their graveyard into their library, and then they exile this card, and they do have a bunch of cards here. But permanents would be this to destroy an online permanent, and this, I assume. Okay, so they get a bird. Prowess trigger. Are they only shuffling? What are they? Awaken the Honored Dead and the Tomb Guard. Yeah. Okay, and they're shuffling 4 others. Okay, great. So, Awaken the Honored Dead next turn. We will save our creature with a Snakeskin Veil, and they don't have the mana to play the Tomb Guard even this turn, so... 6/8 double strike with reach is kind of annoying, but it's going to be fine. We're going to, Oh. We have to let this happen, unfortunately. Okay. It was not our win condition, but it is very annoying that we don't get to use our 45 life to dump into that creature. But our win con is the Sage of the Skies, and so that's what we're going to be keeping safe here with the Snakeskin Veil.
Okay.
That's super annoying. All right, a 7/9 double striker is attacking us. Now it's going to be tapped after this, which is helpful. Because we're going to take 14, but I have no blocks. I don't care about taking 14, especially now that we don't have life to pay. So we go to 31.
Wow. Okay.
I will take my turn. We drew a Caustic Exhale for -3/-3. Beautiful. 2 mana, -3/-3 on the Disciple. Go to combat. Swing with the Merchant and the Sage of the Skies. They block with the 1/1 because for the flyer. Because it's lethal, so they have to. But they do kill the Merchant. Okay. We gain 5 life. And then we get to put a counter on something. And it's going to be the Sage. And then we will end our turn keeping up Snakeskin Veil. Okay. Let's see what they choose. I wonder. Destroying target non-land permanent. What a good choice. Now, if they have... Okay. I was going to say, if they had instant speed removal, they could have gotten us there hard. Because then they could have responded to this with that instant speed removal and killed our creature. But they did not. And so now our creature's hexproof for the rest of the turn. So we have nothing else to worry about this turn in terms of our Sage dying. What we do have to worry about is taking 12. No, we don't, because our creature is still lethal. And so they cannot attack with their double striker. We did not draw a... +2/+2 would not be enough. But we are out of... we're out of Snakeskin Veil. So no reason not to play this now. And we play Marshal of the Lost. We can't attack this turn. But Marshal of the Lost, they milled their own Marshal of the Lost and a Formation Breaker. Okay. But Marshal of the Lost says... Fuck.
Oh.
So it's what? Draw 2, discard 1 if they play it, which they can. Prowess trigger... Draw 2, discard 1, discarding, I assume, a land or something, but...
I will say they did just lose 2 life.
Oh. Is it for... For what?
I don't know, but they were at 5 and they went down
Whenever
to
you
2,
cast
3.
a spell, you lose life equal to its mana value. But spells they cast have Delve. But they did play a 6/6 flying lifelinker. Now, the nice thing is, we can block that with our 7/8. If it attacks, and it dies once. Or, it gets 1 attack in before dying, I should say. But it's very scary because of the possibilities of double blocking. But basically, if we draw removal... Oh. Never mind. They killed themselves.
Oh.
Because they delved... Not 6 cards.
Wow.
And it's, even though it says spells you cast have Delve, it still says you lose life equal to its mana value. So by them playing this card, they lost.
Wow.
They just didn't know how it worked.
Yeah.
Because I actually genuinely thought the same thing. That if you delve it, right, you're reducing the cost by 1 per card that you delve. But that doesn't reduce its mana value, it just reduces its casting cost.
Right.
And those are different.
Yeah.
So you still lose life equal to its mana value. And so they played this, lost 6 life, because it is mana value 6, as I stated earlier.
Right.
And so they killed themselves.
That sucks. Yeah, they definitely did not mean to do that.
No, correct. Absolutely correct. Yeah.
That sucks.
It does suck. But I'm happy because with this, playing this, they won.
Yeah, okay.
They had won the game if they had lived. But again, it means that they couldn't have played this, honestly. But if they could have, if they didn't play Taval first and had played this instead, they would have won the game.
Even without the 6/6.
Well, yeah, this is a 7/9 double striker. And so we would chump block with this turn, hope to draw removal. But eventually they would play this. They wouldn't have to play literally anything else because we're not threatening them anymore. And then they just swing for 6 in the air every turn, gain 6 life each time, and then can start casting spells because they've been gaining all that life.
Wow.
So.
Thank you, Infernus.
Yeah.
Infernus.
Yeah. Wow, that was scary. Wow. Stressful game. Stressful game.
Yeah, I'm sure it was for them too. Shit.
Yeah, but that sucks. Like a misplay in the middle of the game where like something happens that you don't expect and now you're on the back foot sucks. A misplay where you just immediately lose the game sucks so much more.
Especially when you thought you were winning.
Yes. Okay, we have all three colors. Keep. Easy keep. Love it. Ooh, they mulliganed. That's a good sign. Now, I don't need to Caustic Exhale turn 1, which is good because I literally have no way of doing that. But just because this enters tapped and it's our only black source. But we do have a dragon. So this doesn't have to cost 2. It can cost 1. But still, we're also going first. So never mind. It is an instant, so we could have done it like if they played a 2-1 or something right now. But instead, they also played a tap landing gain to life because of course they did. Let's do this. Now this would put a counter and we draw, so we'll just play this.
So Shar says you're welcome to Sea Holland for the donut. And mosquitoes are out and I've been bit all day. Grr. I declare war on the mosquito menace. LOL. JK with a crying laughing face.
Nice.
Your sucky day is over, Shar. Relax. You've got your medication in you. Maybe put some ice on those mosquito bites and just chill.
I get it. Sucky day, mosquitoes. I get it.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
She says, or am I gonna declare war?
+1/+1 counter and draw a card would not be helpful, so we do have to kill this thing. I don't need to behold a dragon because I literally can't do anything else, so I'll just go like this. Kill the Death Toucher, attack for 2, pass. 2/2 flyer, annoying but fine. This is a sorcery, but I guess I'll do this. Attack for 2, make it 3. Now they can't block, or at least not profitably. Cool.
Erica says, I'm still here. Sorry, I dozed off. Okay.
No worries. We're happy to have you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Back.
Jungle Hollow enters tapped. Okay. Well, I guess we want to do this. We're at 5, not 6, but we already have a 6 drop, so let's do this. Counter on it, draw a card. It's the land that we needed, the 6th land. Combat for 3. I'm winning the race.
Yay.
I mean, yeah, it's 13-20. I'm definitely winning the race. Okay.
Shar says, oh, I got a new game or games, the DMC HD collection. Hi, Erica.
That is Devil May Cry. I was
Lucian
like, DMC?
says DMC or Devil May Cry. Big difference. Shar says Devil May Cry. I use DMC as the abbreviation. Lucian says, I used to until the reboot DMC, which is not good, IMO.
All right, so I'm going to play... It's our only removal. So actually, I guess I go to combat first and see what they do. Do they block here? They don't. Now they have a 1/2 flyer that whenever it attacks, if they control a creature with a counter on it, we lose a life. They're not going to control a creature with a counter on it because I'm going to play the detainment, steal the flyer, it goes away, and even if it comes back, by the way, it will not have the counter on it anymore because it will be a new entity, so it will not keep the counter.
Shar says, I love both. I think she meant the donuts there.
Oh, I thought she meant the both Devil May Cries.
Oh, maybe. C. Helen says they killed themselves because they're dumb, LOL. Well, I think that this is a new set, and they probably are just not as familiar with that particular card.
Maybe. All right, so they have a 2/3 and a 1/2. I'm going to, I guess, do the proper thing, go to combat first and attack for 3. This fucking initiate has gotten there this game. They are at 7, and that's the only thing that has done the damage. This 2-mana 2/2.
I feel like this initiate's a good card.
I don't disagree with that at all. And this 6-mana 4/4 that makes a 3/3 is also a damn good card. Just saying. And yeah, basically now I can play like the War Priest and just kind of go to war. But this has reach. They tried to have like a big symbol on the card to remind people of it. You can absolutely kill that. You got it. I can't stop the 2/3 or the flyer, but I can stop the 1/1s. I stop one of the 1/1s.
There you go, Shar. Joe's going to war, so he'll help you out with the mosquitoes.
Why wouldn't they swing out? They just need the blockers, I guess. I guess that makes sense.
She said she did mean the donuts.
Mm-hmm.
Lucian says, don't think they could afford to mana-wise.
to kill us, to win the
Oh.
game. At that point, no. But if yeah, I guess I mean they were stalling us out though with the double striker. So I don't know. I feel like we were unfortunately pretty on the back foot there. Let's go with the battle priest into. I guess I play the land. Yeah, I guess I play the land. It's fine. Go to combat. Battle priest on the token. Now, if I swing for lethal, they could kill the initiate, but then they take 4 and go to 3, and they have 1 card in hand. So I'm going to risk it. If the initiate dies, I mean, what an amazing run it had. It doesn't. They just chump block twice over. Oh, they have a thing. Snakeskin Veil. The initiate does die, but their flyer dies as well. We could put a counter on it and draw a card. I'm going to pass, because we do have the Death Touch, or Flying Death Touch. So, but this is great. Their Tomb Guard cannot kill either of our 2 creatures. They killed the 3/5. Why? And you attacked? I am so confused, man. We just... I mean, I just pay the 2, put a counter on this and draw a card. It's a land. Don't play the land. Combat for 5. Put them to 1. 1, as we know, is not 0. And we pass. This has flash. So... we just let them... Oh, ward 2. That's a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So even if they attack, this costing less doesn't help us. But that's great. So now we take our turn. How does this work? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can do it. Piercing Exhale here, targeting here. Yes, I'm sure. Submit 0. Resolves, auto pay the 2. Kill it. Go to combat, attack, static snare, steal your thing, win the game.
Thank you, P Scopal or Scopal, if the P is silent, which it may be because it's right after or before an S. So I don't know. That was a really cool game.
Wow. Love that. Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Keep going. Buddy tension? Interesting.
Okay. Is that like sexual tension with your buddy?
Maybe.
I feel like it is.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Obzon Devotee on 2 after playing Jungle Hollow on 1, not bad at all. I will absolutely keep this hand. Because that gives us all 3 colors. So we're good. It sucks that we don't get to cast this on turn 1, the Dragon Sniper. But it's fine. It also looks like they're going first, so there's the possibility of us drawing a forest here. We did not. We were close. We drew the plains, though, which is fine. It is our 3rd color. The Devotee will still help us, so we're fine. Jeskai Monument. They get to go search for the white, I assume, since they have the other 2.
Solution says he meant they couldn't afford to cast removal then, the creature that gave it delve.
Right. I know. What I was saying is that I imagine, like, they were still stalling us out, so I guess they would have still had to gain life. Well, no, I guess what I was saying is they would play the 6/6 flyer, and then they discard up to 2 and draw that many. Okay. They would play the 6/6 flyer, but then they wouldn't have to play anything else after that for a bit. that's a good card. I like that. No blocks. This has haste? Jesus. What else does it need? No, that doesn't work, right? Oh, it does have Death Touch. But we don't have a dragon. So, Caustic Exhale it is. Okay. Anyway, whatever. I thought they were going to play the 6/6, be able to stall for a little while, and then later start gaining some life. But yeah, you're right. I guess they would have still had to play the removal to get through our flyer. So, all right, 4th land. We need 5 for this, which is next turn, so we don't need to cast the mana to go search for a basic. We do have 2 green now, so I can play this, but let's go to combat first. Attempt to attack for 2. They very clearly are representing something. But we do have Snakeskin Veil, so I'm not too worried about it. They just take it, and we play the Sniper. They could counter this, I suppose. But I don't really care if they counter my 1-mana 1/1. It does have Death Touch. But okay, so we could Wildling, but we'll keep up Snakeskin Veil and pass. Actually, I guess technically we could Wildling and still keep up Snakeskin Veil thanks to the Devotee. But still, I just want to be able to cast the Wildling, play a 3/3 flyer for 5 and gain 3 life. So.
Sure.
Alright, so they sack this, make 2 1/1 birds. Pretty good. And then we take our turn. Salt Road Skirmish. That is a sorcery, notably, which is a little unfortunate. But we could still kill one of them, then go to combat, swing with both of our creatures, and then Snakeskin Veil the one that they block, which feels really gross and fun. So goodbye to the 1/1. Combat, swing. They block to kill the Sniper. It's the Death Toucher, so I'm glad that it gets more power. And we do that, and they're at 14. They go away, and that's great. Good times.
Okay. I guess Abzan's pretty good, huh?
I guess so. But of course it is. It's removal and +1/+1 counters. All right, so they exile... the hasty rare. I guess that makes sense.
Sure.
Discard up to 2 cards, draw that many. They discard nothing. But they do attack for 3.
Erica says, also, hello, finally from my new phone.
Ah, congrats.
All right. So, have you used it for a couple minutes now? Is it nice?
1, 2, 3, 4 out of 5, but they're tapped out, so it kind of doesn't matter, but it makes it 1 cheaper. So sure, hooray! Steal your Mythic Dragon. Hit you for 2. Pass? Pass. Because the other cool thing is, actually, next turn now, if we draw like a land or something, I could play the Omen, go get a basic, and then make 2/2/3 flying lifelinkers. Or we could draw something small enough that I wouldn't have to waste my dragon, but again, it gets shuffled back in, so I could just draw it again. Jesus Christ, opponent! That's 3 rares already that they've played. Well, 2 rares and a mythic, I suppose, that they've played against us. At the beginning of their end step, they can discard their hand to draw cards equal to the number of spells they've cast this turn. Speaking of spells they've cast, I did draw a low-costed spell, so boom, let's do it. 2/2/3 flying lifelinkers. Combat, no attacks, end the turn, pass. All right, well, we killed 1 rare twice, and we got rid of a mythic as well. There's 1 more rare to contend with. Return a non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less from their graveyard to their hand. It is only Jeskai Monument, because I believe that was the only option, but they do have 2 mana open, so they can recast it if they want. Or they can get this. Is that right? No. This would cost 6, right? 6, so they don't have it. Molten Exhale kills 1 of the flyers and taps the other one, but it's only this turn, so not a huge deal. Because if they give us the option... 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a 3/3 flyer. This is only until end of turn because it's prowess trigger, right? Do I care about 4 damage? I don't care about 4 damage. We're fine. They can discard their hand and draw cards equal to the spells. Ooh, Luxodon Battle Priest, A. That's actually a very good one, because we put it on the flyer. Gain 3 life, which is 1 less than the amount of damage they just did to us. So, yeah, let's do that. Counter on the flyer. Attack for 3 in the air. They're at 9, we're at 17. And we still have a 3/3 flyer that gains us 3 life sitting in our hand. They play another one of these. They just got so hooked up, man. They have so many... Wow. They have so many uncommons and rares on color. It's insane. Insane. Okay.
So Erica says it's a bit bigger than my last phone, which is very helpful.
Okay.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like that'll be a better viewing experience for you, at least when you're watching our streams.
Yeah.
If you're watching on your phone, at least.
All right, we're tied at 9 apiece. They did discard their Jeskai Monument to draw 2 cards. This is an instant, but they're tapped out.
My last one was very small and thin and prone to being lost.
Oh.
Mine too. I don't have a case on mine, so it's like very thin and small around as well. So it's just kind of like, it kind of just, like if I miss my pocket with it or something, it's just going to slide down my body and like into a hole forever and just never be found. Whereas like Joe's phone, you can spot a mile away.
Yeah, my phone's very... Well, and with the case too, yeah. It makes it quite big. Okay. I like that they just chump blocked. Oh my god. Alright, that's at least a common. I'll accept that. It's just that these 2 uncommons after this uncommon, after a mythic and 3 or 2 other rares, like, that's just insane. Card is annoying, though. This one. Jesus. Okay. We're dead.
Thank you, buddy tension.
I mean, if it takes a mythic, 2 rares, and 2, like, duplicate uncommons, as well as, like, other powerful stuff, to beat us, I guess I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
That's our first loss with this deck, so.
I would say that's pretty great.
Yeah, I would say so as well. Okay.
Sure.
Fair enough. I would love today if we could keep the Warden of the Grove on the battlefield long enough to be able to cast 1 creature with it that allows us to endure. I've cast that creature 5 times, I think, in this format, and have never, ever gotten to play a creature with it that has gained the benefits of it having +1/+1 counters.
Wow.
But we'll see. Ooh, that's bad. Don't like that. All right, go ahead. I'll figure this out.
Aaron is here saying, playing with some dragons?
That says Dargans, thank you.
Oh, it does say Dargans.
And yes, we are. We're actually doing relatively decently, which if you had heard my pre-release saga, you would not have thought that, but or would not have expected that, I suppose. But yeah, we're having some fun too. This is great.
I was actually just thinking of you, Aaron.
It's good to see you, obviously.
Yeah.
Hope you're well, and the family.
Godalope is also here saying, hey.
What's up, Godalope? Great to see you. Okay, so the issue is, if I cast the Descendant, I'm still not going to play a tap thing next turn, I'm still not going to have an untapped land unless I draw it, so I'm going to wait for one of these.
So Aaron says, I've gotten Warden a few times, and I generally try to keep Veil up, so I just wait a turn.
Sure, that makes
sticky
sense.
outy face.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. All right, so I guess now, so I can play the... Yeah, let's try this, and I guess play the Devotee. they remembered their Evolving Wilds because they didn't use it last turn, and I thought that was odd. I mean, maybe they really just wanted to give themselves a draw, but it meant they were down a land drop last turn, even though they played an untapped land and had a 2-drop presumably in hand, unless they just drew that. Okay, anyway, there is a third land. I guess we could... Wildling for a green, I suppose. And play the Descendant. No attacks. What's this thing do again? All right, if it's in their graveyard, they can exile it, put 2 counters on something, and then this flyer, when it attacks, if they have a creature with a counter on it, we lose a life. Got it. Fourth land.
Char says hi to Godalope and says, what are the enemies in my game? Kind of pissed me off because he was wearing a metal helmet with a metal face mask, so I just mag dumped him.
Gotcha.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Char, but that's okay.
I was going to say, mag dumped the magazine into it, like shot him a bunch of times, but couldn't kill them because they had the mask.
Sure.
All right, so... Combat. I'm so gun shy here, man.
So you didn't mag dump?
Yeah, exactly. I guess I make the 1/1. Yeah, they trade with the renew one, and then we play the initiate as well. Okay. Third land passed by our opponent, and we redrew the Wildling. Now, how hard do we go here? Because if we swing with all 3, we can play this for 2, but it means we could do... Well, we could do the Wildling as well, I guess. So let's do that. Let's go get the Black Source. Play it. For 4 means, again, attack for 3. This costs 2. We only have 2 left. Combat. Swing. Oh. Ah, they didn't do it. Good. Now I can play the Warden for free. Well, not for free, but you know what I mean. Without having to worry as much.
Oh, Aaron says, I'd probably just make a 3/3 and swing with Devotee.
All right, well, I didn't just swing with Devotee, but otherwise, we got there, thankfully. I could, pay some life or whatever. Let's go to combat first, because we have Dragon's Prey up. So combat, swing, even with the token, because they seem to be afraid of it. So I'm fine with that. Yeah, they're very afraid of this token. All right, so they're blocking that. That's great. Okay, and they just... Wow. Okay. I love that. These are both instant, so... Well, flash and instant, so I'll just keep them up and pass. Another counter. Cool. Their hand is very full, which is a little disconcerting. There is a board wipe in this format, but I don't remember what color it's in. All right, Gurmag Nightwatch is good. It's a good card, but also it's fine that they cast it. One on top, and the rest into their graveyard. Crater Hoof Behemoth, eh?
Oh.
Holy shit. Okay, that's unsettling. This is an instant for 3.
Aaron says, I think they're screwed on their third color. I thought they were holding blue. Exhale. But I guess they just had nothing.
Right, and so now they just got their green, but they did get rid of Craterhoof, which is triple green, which makes sense. Do I care about this creature, this Gurmag Nightwatch? I mean, they're at 11. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's pretty good. So yeah, I'll cast this now. They're tapped out. So I'll steal their only creature. Drew Sagu Wildling, which is not bad for us here. But that's... I'd have to tap. They said good game. I mean, that's not true yet, but good game, I suppose. But I can also... Wildling, gain 3, endure by making a 2/2 because going wide seems more important. Play the land, get the counter, and pass. They're at 2. All of our creatures but this one are lethal. That will not help them. And they tap the Warden of the Grove with a stun counter. You got it. And they conceded.
Thank you, Eternursa.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's how I would pronounce it, at least.
Okay.
Don't ask me. I didn't come up with the name.
No, that's right.
All right. Let's keep it going.
But you usually are pretty good at knowing how to pronounce magic cards, so...
Yeah,
And you didn't name those either.
That's true. Come on. Why does this deck love letting me draw only planes? This is the third game in a row. Not in a row, but the third game that we've played out of 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Where we've drawn only planes. And the other times it was 3 planes. But we mulligan 2 colors. Seems fine with this hand. Sure. We'll just put the merchant back, I guess.
Oh, Sage of Skies is spicy.
It's
Aaron
a very
says.
good card. Very good. I agree. Yep. Comes into play tapped, and we move on. Snakeskin Veil. We play the Kin Guard. It's a 1/2. I think I'm just going to make a 1/1. We'll keep going wide here. But yeah, Sage of the Skies is good. We got Sage, we got the Warden, and I forget what our third on-color rare... Oh, we literally haven't seen it yet, that's why. The tricolored... I forget what it's called. But the thing that comes in, takes a card out of their hand, and O-rings it, but then when our creature goes away, they get a... whatchamacallit? They get a... Ooh, Stand Step Citadel is a good draw. XX, where X is the mana value. I forget what that thing's called. But okay, Snakeskin Veil is sitting here waiting. So, let's do it. They play a 2/1. Okay. Look at the top 2. 1 into their hand, the other into their graveyard. I love their sleeves. So cool. They got rid of the Crotique Nest Guard. 4/4 Defender. Okay. Pass to attackers. Take our turn. Sagu Wildling is a hell of a draw as well. It means that... Oh, or we could Caustic Exhale, reveal the Wildling, and then cast the Wildling, I guess. But then I guess it doesn't matter, right? But we do want the green, so the Wildling will help with that. So yeah, we'll do this. Behold, target here, auto pay the 1, reveal this, then play it, get the forest, attack. Okay, cool.
Aaron says, you did good. Sage is the best white rare in this set, and Warden is the best green rare.
I agree. I really like the Warden a lot. Like I said, I haven't gotten a chance to let it stick yet, but it's a very good card. Okay, well, I guess we're going to just get this Sage out, right? Go like this. Snakeskin Veil. Yep. Only did it to play the Sage, but also our creature lived anyway. They're at 15. We get 2/2/3 flying lifelinkers, and we pass. And we keep up the patented Geek for All Handland.
Yeah.
That is the second Chico we've played against today. And we opened a Shiko in this sealed pool. That's why I was like, it's the third Shiko, right? It's technically not. But it is the second Shiko we've played against in our 5 games. Okay. So they exiled the Crotique Nest Guard. Now they have a 4/4 defender. We drew the bat. What a draw. Okay. I mean, combat, put it here, still don't attack, and then pass, I guess. Oh, man. Okay. Kill the Battle Priest. That makes sense. Sagu Pummeler with Reach. Wow. Really, really have ways of stopping our Sage of the Skies as soon as we play it, huh? Jesus Christ. Okay. Jesus. Okay. They bounce our token, so it goes away forever. Attack with a 4/5. Obviously, I don't block. Ah! Now that's a good one. It's got to be Shiko, right? Over the Sagu Pummeler. They're mostly tapped out, so I do it now. I won't forget the Reacher. I won't attack. Keeping up the handland the whole time.
Shar says, I heard an elephant.
Yes, you did. I played the Luxodon Battle Priest, which is an elephant cleric, in fact. Another flyer. Just every single turn, we just keep drawing this bullshit. No attacks, I guess. Oh, okay. So they want to be able to put like a reach counter on the 4/4 or some shit, but they can only kill one of them. So sure, it's a 1-for-1 trade with the token and the pummeler. Perfect. We take 4, we're at 14, they're at 15. They then put the reach counter on the... Oh, and 2 counters. Okay, fine. We drew Piercing Exhale. Son of a bitch. That's unfortunate. I guess we pass and... I don't know. Die? Not this turn, but still. I'll hope that we can draw something that gives this a counter or gives, I don't know. Maybe removal would be nice. I mean, you know what? You know what? That works wonderfully. Holy shit. Vigilance Reach Death Toucher? And this is an instant, so I guess I'll wait until they try to do stuff to it. No attacks. Because basically, I guess if they have removal here, we're screwed, right? But at least we can, like, chump block, gain some life. But we can Piercing Exhale before the removal goes off. But basically, if they double attack here, we just try to Piercing Exhale, block the other one, and we're fine. So block first, see what they do. It does have reach, so yeah, we go like this. Do they do anything? They don't. Oh my goodness. Okay. Submit 0? Does it work? Holy shit! No way! Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, I mean, if I'm playing against multiple mythics, then what... Oh. Although, we finally drew our Severance Priest, whose name I couldn't remember. So there's that, I guess. I mean, it's gotta be... So this is what? A 3/3 Death Toucher?
He's gonna get us our Severance check.
First of all, their hand is insane.
Yeah,
they have multiple removal spells for our creature. They have a 3/3 flyers. There's just actual nothing I can do here. Holy shit, man. I mean, I guess I take this, because it's one of their flyers and a removal spell for my creature, but they sure do have another one and 3 more flyers in hand.
Aaron says, "Look at that hand." LOL. G G G G G G G.
Insane.
Yeah.
And they drew another Disruptive Stormbrood off of this or on their turn. Sure. F me, I suppose. What? What am I supposed to do about any of that? Play the land and concede the hell out of here. That sure was a beatdown.
Thank you, Beatdown, the collector.
God, what the hell? Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Aaron says, when you draw 3 cards and it's all dragons.
Yeah. And
Amazing.
And 2 mythics we played against as well, Death Begets Life and Shiko.
Yeah.
They had 2 of these. Oh, yeah, they had 2 of those, right? Because they cast 1 as well.
Yep.
Where'd the other one go? Oh, it gets shuffled back in. Yeah, silly me. Wow. Insane. We got Touch of Death. I don't know what that achievement is for. Maybe he's like
Dying?
losing a certain number of games. Yeah. Like losing a certain number of games. Let's see. Have a creature with Death Touch deal non-combat damage to a creature an opponent controls. Okay,
Oh, okay.
yeah, cool. Okay,
Cool.
awesome. Let's go back to it. Yeah, where are we? Here we are. Okay. Wow.
Look at how beautiful that is.
Gorgeous. I agree. All right, so both of our deaths were to Jeskai, right? I think. Imsol. Okay. Yeah, this gets us the white. This on turn 2. Yeah, we're good. Keep. Go ahead.
For once, it's an easy to keep hand.
Yeah. And we drew the tap land, but we're still going to do the things we got to do first. Get the white. Play the initiate next turn, and then on turn 3 we can play the tap land. At least for now. Anok Wayfarer, that's a little scary. Put a land from among them into their hand. 2 tap lands. Blossoming Sands or... Yep, okay, they chose the other one. Ooh, I could play the land that they now know about and play the Kinguard. That feels good. And then if they didn't put the land in, they could put a counter on it. I'm just going to make a 1/1.
Aaron says, Death Touch kill.
That's what he was talking about, the achievement.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how I feel about all these silly achievements. I came back after 3 sets and the whole UI is cluttered with this.
That's fair. Yeah, I at least, like, I like achievements personally, but I totally hear where you're coming from, for sure. Let's play this. I don't... Oh, I didn't have a black source? Great. Boo. That's super annoying. Okay. I didn't realize this was my only black source, otherwise I would have played the swamp, because I literally had it, but that's fine. It just means, like, hopefully they play something scarier than this, and I can kill it, get 2 1/1s, swing in.
They really like the Wild West themed one.
Yeah, I guess so. Poor Fibblethip, look at him, he's so nervous.
Yeah.
And or it's just hot out. I mean,
Yeah, sure.
been there, my friend. Alright, so they gain another life, or a life, I should say.
And they have little Sebastian.
Yes, they do. We can feed it an apple.
Yeah.
But we have the best companion, Puppet Jace. Oh, -3/-3 on our 1/2. Revealing the Storm Shriek Feral that they can pay 2 at sorcery speed, discard a card, draw 2 cards. Do I trade with this thing?
How feral is it?
It's so feral. Anyway. Yeah, I guess I'll do it. Why not? It's a token. I don't care. Okay. Well, I guess we play the black source. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Alright, I'm gonna get us some more water.
Oh, thank you.
Lucian says, Little Sebastian, was that a Parks and Rec reference, or is it actually called that? No, that's a Parks and Rec reference.
Yeah, Amy just calls it that because it's a small horse. like Lil Sebastian
Yeah.
was.
And I love Parks and Rec.
It's a good show. Reputable Merchant.
I don't know what that's called in Arena.
Oh yeah, me neither. Okay, so we have two green sources already. We'll play the Battle Priest, and next turn I guess we can play the Wildling. Or maybe I should have played the Wildling first and then played the Battle Priest after. I'm rewatching it at the moment, LOL. Okay, I just started rewatching The Good Place for like the third time, I think. Good shows are good. Hey, look! A Stormplane Detainment. That was because we have this in our deck was the reason that I got rid of this thing. Okay, so they discard a Mardu Devotee and draw 2 cards and then shuffle the dragon back in. I've watched that twice. Yeah, so have I. Kintry Severance would exile it. So that's something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could play this and like the Initiate or the Devotee? I guess the Devotee, right? Do that, get rid of this. I guess I could have gotten rid of this and gotten my 3/5 back. Silly me. C. Holland says Parks and Rec is awesome. Amy agrees with you, as do I, to be fair. Wait, you have or haven't watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine? I've watched all of it. Amy has watched many bits and pieces. Ah, we exiled our creature on the battlefield and our entire graveyard. Wow. Okay. Well, Wildling plus Devotee seems okay here. You gotta stop throwing your removal at ground commons. You can trade with those guys. Hold your removal for their big guys that come later. Fair point. Thankfully, they only have 1 card in hand, which feels pretty good, but I still see your point, right? We'll play the Wildling and the Devotee. See, Alan says, cool. Okay, drew a land, combat, swing for 5, they go to 15, keep up the hand land and pass. Breaching Dragonstorm, exile cards from the top until they exile a non-land card. Cast it without paying its mana cost if it's 8 or less, which it is. It's a 3/2 menace. Whenever one or more counters are put on a creature they control, if it's the first time counters have been put on that creature, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. Cool. I guess I'm at 19, they're at 15, so I win this race. Let's just swing in the air and pass. Keep up Snakeskin Veil. They're in top deck mode fully. We are basically in top deck mode, and they top decked the 3/3 Flying Dragon.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, we can. They bounce that back to their hand, which is annoying, and they gain 3, which is annoying. Can they replay it this turn? It's 5. They can't. Okay, next turn.
Char says, have you guys seen a movie called Ladder 49?
I have not. I've heard of it, but I have not seen it. No. Drew another land. Of course we did. Whatever. We have the Devotee. I'll just play one of the lands. Combat. Sagu Wildling. We're still winning the race. They do choose to block. We do choose to Snakeskin Veil. Okay, very good. Now, they top deck, so that's like luck of the draw for them, but they also get to play their enchantment if they want, and then they see what they exile off of the enchantment as well. There it is. It is the Flash Oblivion Ring, like this thing. So, okay. Annoying, but fine.
Lucian says, oh, okay, just...
Wow. Those are the 2 cards they got? Really? Really, they are? Alright, well, at least we got this. Exile target artifact or creature. That's not in any way helpful. Okay.
The 3/2?
I mean, no.
The dragon? Oh, that's in their graveyard.
Yeah. That sucks. Okay.
Lucian says, "Oh, okay. Just be insane to me if you hadn't watched it, but have watched Parks and Rec and Good Place, as they're all Dan Gore and Michael Schur. LOL."
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I feel like those three shows are not actually really very similar,
Jesus Christ.
considering.
And a Gurmag Nightwatch to further fix their draws, even though they clearly haven't needed it. 2 lands in the graveyard, though, feels good.
I feel like the two things they have in common are that they're funny and they're good. But I feel like they're all pretty different from one another to be made by the same two creators.
All right, so they are attacking for 11. I guess I can get 5 of it gone, which is nice. This I can get back for 3, so I could do that now and just kill like one of the tokens, I guess. Take 5, go to 8.
Shar says, "Time to watch my favorite show," which is...
Of course, we drew another land. That's classic us. And here's the devotee to block more. But trample and lifelink, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're not dead on board. It sure does depend on what they top decked, though. Suck.
Wow.
And they, again, still don't have the mana, so I will just block this one. We take 7, they gain 7. We go to 1, and they go to 26. We'll get this back and see what we draw. Sagu Wildling. It's the game of the Sagu Wildlings.
I guess so.
It is not enough.
This is the fourth one that got played?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Maybe the 5th, because I had 1. I had... Oh, yeah, no, then you're right.
They
yeah.
have it on their side.
Yeah, they had 2. We had 2.
Yeah.
Devotee. Keep the hand land up. And pass. Like, we're not dead on board. That's fun and nice. But they get a free card this turn off of their enchantment again. Excuse me. And it is... What was that? Oh, okay. It gets them lands. Thank God. There's like an actual miss for them. What a concept. Trade with the flyer, I guess. Chump the bigger creature, I guess, and go to 1 on board. But they top decked the answer. Classic opponent. Way to go.
Thank you, Imsol. Arena is such a bitch. It's like, I'm gonna screw you over, watch and laugh, and then I'm going to ask you if you had fun in the match. Pick a sad face or a happy face. How about a big fuck you, Arena?
And that was our 3rd loss as well. So it's even worse.
Oh, that sucks, because this is a really good deck.
It was. We drew the Severance Priest literal once, but we had 3 rares in the deck, so we saw the other 2 at least. But if the Severance Priest was our only rare, we saw it once out of 7 games, which is kind of insane. Like, I get it, statistics, probability, blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying it's annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, for folks who were not here at the beginning, this was the full deck. We also hadn't seen Marshall of the Lost in a while. We saw it a couple times, but not for a while. You were here, I think.
Aaron says, "What punt? They could have put a counter on all the 1/1s and made them all 3/3s."
Yeah, which would have been insane. They were going
Yikes.
wide already, like, and they had the thing that like duplicated the +1/+1 counters, but instead they just, kept it to 2 of their creatures, which I agree with you. That didn't make a ton of sense. I guess if they really wanted to pump up the, whatever that thing was that was doing it, the Death Toucher or whatever, the gold card.
The jam.
They could have pumped up the jam. Yes. They could have put it on that and 2 of the tokens, at least. But yeah, good point.
Shar says Haven is her favorite show.
Oh, interesting.
And where do you watch that, Shar? And C. Holland says, Arena lying again. LOL. Your feedback matters.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Aaron says, the gold card had menace, though. You couldn't have blocked him.
Oh, good point. Okay, yeah. So you make the other ones big so that they're like a tougher decision to block, right? Or harder to block in general with power and toughness. And the menace one doesn't matter because if we're using 2 creatures to block it anyway, it's dead regardless. Good point. Good point. But yeah, so this was the deck. I thought it was pretty good as well.
It's a pretty great
You know,
deck.
shit ton of removal. Static Snare, Salt Road Skirmish, the Detainment, Dragon's Prey, Kintree Severance, Piercing Exhale, Double Caustic Exhale, and then Snakeskin Veil, while not removal, is still quite helpful. Severance Priest, arguably removal as well. And then, I mean, a couple of Death Touchers in Marshal of the Lost, and the Dragon Sniper. So,
Aaron wants to see what else is in your pool.
sure. So our other rares, we got Mythic Shiko, Paragon of the Way, but it was red and blue, which would have been awful splash. We could have cast or had the Night Watch for 4, just not splashing blue. We had Zergo as a rare as well. We had 1 Frontier Bivouac. Tranquil Cove, Swiftwater Cliffs, Windscarred Crag as dual lands. River, Wheel, Sweep, and Jeskai Brushmaster as more Jeskai cards to just, dig into the fact that we had the Shiko. We had Frost Cliff Siege as another rare, which is unfortunate, blue and red. And then Glacier Wood Siege as another rare with green and blue. And Kishla Skimmer with green and blue as well. We didn't use either of the Encroaching Dragonstorms. We had Breaching Dragonstorm 2, but we weren't playing red. We had a second Earth Carver, the 6-drop. We had Sage of the Fang, Herod's Reclamation, Undergrowth Leopard, and Roamer's Routine for green. In white, we had 2 Coordinated Maneuvers, which I had in originally. We had a second Luxodon Battle Priest, and we had 2 Riling Dawnbreakers. Poised Practitioner, Dalkovin Pack Beasts, and Rebellion Strike. And then in black, we had a second Devotee, 2 Alesha's Legacy, Unburied Earthcarver, Sandskidder Outrider, and the Adorned Crocodile.
Oh. Char says she watches it on Tubi.
Nice.
Okay, so we'll check it out. Aaron says, I'd have played your Dragon Orb and just ran all your dragons. At the very least, you should have ran the Dawnbreaker.
Okay. Yeah, I had them both in the deck originally. We just needed to make a bunch of cuts, so.
Dawnbreaker is one of the best white commons. A 2/2 that is a 3/4 later is very good.
Fair point.
Sure.
I like that. Plus, the +1/+0 on things in combat just makes math difficult, so that's cool. Okay, fair point.
But yeah, Aaron, I would love to hear what you have to say about this new set.
Yeah, we actually did. Aaron's point is well taken, though. We did have a fair number of dragons, right? I mean, we had in this deck alone, right? We had the 1 Feral Deathgorger, the 2 Saga Wildlings.
Oh yeah, we had 2 of those.
Yes. We had 2 of these.
Oh yeah.
I
guess we should have been playing more.
Is this a dragon? No, it's a serpent. So.
Oh, serpents are not dragons in this set.
No.
Oh, I see.
And this was a bird scout, not a dragon, even though it had flying. And then of course Shiko.
Right, and the one at the end.
Oh, and Boulderborn. Yes, you're absolutely right. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, that was the pool. That was the deck. Not bad, right? We went 3-3, 4-3.
The artifact dragon is also okay if you're playing Dragonstorm cards.
Right.
Aaron
These enchantments that bounce back.
Oh.
So we had 3 total, right? Did we have any others? I don't think so. No, we did not. But yeah. Yeah, so we had 2 green and 1 red. And I mean, like, in this deck that we made, we weren't, like, heavily ramping. So there were a couple times where we were waiting on stuff, but, like, and the Death Gorger. I forgot about the Death Gorger, technically. But, or did I count that? I think I did. But anyway, yeah, like, while we were waiting for the Death Gorger or the Wildling as, like, top-costed things, we could have played their Omens. So it was just the Earth Carver that was, like, the only thing that we, like, couldn't have cast in some way.
Check this art here.
This one?
No.
This one.
Yeah.
Reverberating Summons.
That is so cool looking. Where the white light just kind of smears out.
Through the temple, the Jeskai temple.
Pretty cool.
Yep.
Aaron says, I love the new set. It's super fun. It's my favorite draft format since maybe Outlaws. Wow,
Cool.
okay. That is cool.
Yeah. Oh, we went 4 and 3. Nice. So we almost got our entry fee back. Or no, sorry, this is not draft. We didn't almost get our entry fee back because, as I've said before, and I'm sure I'll say again, sealed economy is absolute trash. Absolutely trash. That's just my opinion. I've said it before and I'll say it again.
Aaron says, I've done a bunch of drafts on my way up to Mythic. I'm currently at 74.4% win rate.
Hell yeah.
That is super cool.
In fact, tell me, Aaron, because this was something that I tried to do in the streamer event, and I only did one draft with it, so I didn't get enough of a sample size. Is this draft format like the original Tarkir draft format where you draft lands in pack 1 and then or pack 2 and then big bomby stuff in 3 because nobody's taking them? It felt like in the one draft that I did with it that it didn't work, but that could, again, that's not a sample size. So
Yeah, sure.
that could have been an isolated incident.
Shar says, I'm going to eat my dinner and then take a nap. I'm drained from the excitement today.
No worries, Shar. That makes perfect sense.
Fair enough. What are you going to have for dinner?
Ah, good question.
We had a frittata.
We did, with chorizo in
Oh,
it.
it was so good.
Very good. Amy did a great job.
The only thing is, like, even though I put a lot of food into it, once it was the frittata, I felt like it became not a lot of food, and so we just, like, were still hungry after we were done eating it.
Yeah.
Aaron says, not always. In this format, the uncommons are much more powerful, so a lot of times you have to take those over the lands, but you still draft lands over most common filler cards.
Which makes perfect sense. Yeah, if you're just like, I could take this random common, you just take the land. I mean, like, obviously,
Sure.
you mentioned uncommons. If it's a tri-land, you know, I would put that pretty highly for sure, especially if it's anywhere, like if it's at least 2 of your colors. But yeah, I mean, that makes perfect sense. Like, you got to be able to cast your spells, and if if you get a busted 3-mana or 3-color card in pack 3, you want to at least be able to have the opportunity to play it, like, you know, Shiko or something. So many Shikos today. I do want to give, it doesn't happen often, but I do want to give Wizards credit where credit is due. I have 26 packs of Tarkir Dragonstorm.
Wow.
18 of those came from the fact that I played in 3 pre-releases. Now, I absolutely hate that they took the codes away. That sucks. But I believe I understand why they did. Because they were not going to budge on the 1 per account or whatever thing. Because they tried that in one set. They did. And I guess it didn't work because they went back to 1 per account in the set after. But they weren't going to go back on that, which meant that there was for people that played in multiple pre-releases, there was no incentive to then go to Arena besides the 1 code that got you 3 packs.
Right.
Now, I did 3 pre-releases, or I guess the code would get you 6 packs, but I did 3 pre-releases. I got 18 packs.
Which is great.
Yes, it is. So, like I said, credit where credit is due. I do appreciate that they not only sent those to me, but I had them the first time I turned on Arena after the set came out, which was either Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. I don't recall, but that was pretty good.
That is good. Aaron says, my favorite archetypes are 5-color dragons and Jeskai Tempo.
I mean, Jeskai definitely did well in that sealed against us.
Yeah.
Our first 2 losses were against Jeskai, so yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like our deck was pretty great, kind of no matter what we were facing, unless it was Jeskai. So, Shar says, I got these new Jimmy Dean breakfast rolls. They're basically covered in a biscuit and it has eggs, sausage, and cheese.
I
Sounds good.
There were many years where I used to have those Jimmy Dean breakfast
Oh,
sandwiches.
yeah?
Yeah, when I was in law school, they were good.
They are a quick to make food.
Yes.
uh,
I'll keep the TMI to a minimum, but it got to the point where they stopped agreeing with me, so I stopped eating them. But they were good. I did enjoy them.
Your body was like, too much trash, get out.
Pretty much.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Aaron says they got a lot of pushback from brick and mortar as well because they didn't want WotC pushing their paper players onto Arena during the early weeks of release.
Which makes perfect sense because, I mean, obviously besides like building up your collection, Standard is free. So I could play a million games of Standard on here, or I could go to a store at F&M and pay to play Standard. Which would I do? Right? And so if they're giving 6 packs away to people, then I guess that makes sense. Although to be fair, I did go to 3 pre-releases, but they did give me 18 packs. So I still might be incentivized to try to play, Standard on here instead. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, right now with all the secret layer stuff that they're doing, they definitely don't need to be further alienating brick and mortar stores.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, stay tuned. We have a video coming out on Thursday on this channel that folks, I hope, will appreciate.
Check it out.
I'm gonna, if it was unclear, I'm gonna open 10 packs, and then we can kind of close out the stream.
Okay, sounds great.
But our first 10 packs of Tarkir Dragonstorm. We got 2 mythics. Erica, I don't want to hear it. We got 2 mythics. Okay, so a lot of firsts, obviously. We opened some of this stuff, but Bloodfell Caves, Thornwood Falls, Bearer of Glory, Sarkhan's Resolve, Stormshriek Feral, Shock Brigade, Dispelling Exhale, Jade Cast Sentinel, another Shock Brigade, Champion of Dusan, Lightfoot Technique, Jade Cast Sentinel.
Do you want me to read?
Yeah, please. Sorry.
You just stopped, so I thought...
Yeah, no, you're right. I didn't say anything, but yes, you're totally right. Please do.
Aaron says, if you're ever in Rochester, come out to Millennium Games. I work there now, part-time. Largest game store in country.
Wow, that's very surprising.
That's awesome, Aaron. Thank you for telling us.
Yeah, very cool.
I will write that down.
And Lucian asks if there will be a Final Fantasy VIII replacement for Wednesday. So Lucian is referring to our video games channel, Video Games for All, along with our third channel,
Gluten Free for All.
Both are linked down in the description box below. But yes, Lucian, short answer, there will be a replacement for Final Fantasy VIII on Wednesday. We did have to take a hopefully brief hiatus from that game. And there will be a replacement. We have already filmed it. It is up and ready to go. So yeah, stay tuned. Regular Pokemon Black release tomorrow on Video Games for All, and a new series starting on Wednesday on the channel as well. So stay tuned for that. We got Fire Rim form as well. Crotic Nest Guard, Twin Bolt, Ringing Strike Mastery, Salt Road Pack Beast, Twin Bolt, Focus the Mind, Teamer Tawny back. Sagu Pummeler, very good. Sibsig Appraiser, Mammoth Bellow, Essence Anchor, Sunset Strike Master, getting into the uncommons now. Twin Maw Storm Brood, Gurmag Rakshasa, Bewildering Blizzard, Channeled Dragonfire, Defibrillating Current.
Whoa.
Rally the Monastery. Love that art.
It is very cool.
And Unsparing Bolt Caster.
Love that art.
Also, Aegis Sculptor, very good card. And Disruptive Stormbrood turned out to be very good against us, at least.
Yeah.
And then I'll do the rest of these after you read a bit.
Okay. Shar says, Mother Humper, that hurt. The shoulder that I want to busted last year, just popped.
You and Amy.
Yeah.
Amy has that issue as well a lot. Shoulders
Yeah, I
popping.
went to physical therapy for it. And I had to stop going for 2 months. And it felt pretty great after that. And so then when I went back, which I was very hesitant to do, I explained that to her, and she put a ton of strain on it, and it has never been the same since. It has just been terrible.
Yeah.
Um,
Good stuff.
I am very angry about it. Yeah.
You should be.
Lucian says, not gonna tell us what it is? No.
Oh, I was going to, yeah.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I usually do. Like, if people ask, I do. And then sometimes I just do it in general. But yeah, if people specifically ask and we know what it is, there's no reason to keep it a secret.
Okay. He says, I'm usually very patient, but this is important. LOL.
No worries. I mean, hey, I appreciate the support and the caring, right?
Yeah,
like that,
for sure.
That feels good. So it's even more incentive to tell folks. But yes, this Wednesday on Video Games for All, we are going to be starting a brand new series, which is going to be Batman the Telltale series.
Very cool.
So the first episode of that will be Wednesday. We'll continue that until it's done. And then hopefully after that, we will have more Final Fantasy VIII episodes. Again, the best way to know when if that will be immediately after that is if you're watching our streams and on a Monday and or a Friday, there's a third person sitting here by the name of Dave, you'll know that he's here for us to film that series. It will not be, whatchamacallit? It will not be
come out right away.
No, but it otherwise it won't be a surprise that that's what we're doing. But
right.
Yeah, what I mean is, like, if Dave is here while Batman the Telltale series is still coming out, you can be pretty confident that immediately after Batman the Telltale series is over, out will come more Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah. Lucian says, yuck. Will Dave join in on streams?
Dave did the last time he was here.
Yeah.
He was here for a couple of one Magic stream, I think, as well as one Spooky Month stream. We started A Plague Tale Innocence while he was here.
And that's really cool because Dave's birthday is right around there.
That is correct. Yes, that's absolutely right. Is around Halloween. Yeah.
He says, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry you don't like Batman Telltale, but...
Yeah, is it that you don't like Batman? Do you not like Telltale games? Do you just not like that game in general?
I feel like Telltale has got to be... I mean, everybody likes Telltale, right?
Also, I don't know, actually. I mean, maybe some people don't like that style of game, right? People could prefer more, like, interactive, like, skill-based gaming, right? Like, that's not really skill-based, so...
Wow. Decision-making skills are a skill.
Yes, they are. You're so right. Hey, look, I'm not gonna say that there are not people who could use to flex their decision-making skills and, like, train them a little bit better. I'm just saying that's not what some people look for in their video gaming experiences.
Sure. Lucian says, don't like Batman or DC.
Okay, fair enough. If you watch the show, which you do not have to do, but if you do watch the show, you may hear something similar from one of the two of us. But you'll have to watch the show to find out, I guess. Did you just...
I went...
Oh, okay.
You don't know? Aaron says, didn't Telltale go out of business?
It sure did,
Oh.
Unfortunately. But not before releasing all of Walking Dead and making 2 Batman Telltale games, so we will be taking full advantage of those existing as long as we possibly can, because they are great, at least so far, right?
Yeah.
From what we know.
I mean, Walking Dead was phenomenal. You should go and watch our Walking Dead playthrough.
Of the first one. We haven't done the other ones yet, but we do own them. We'll get there eventually.
But it is one of the ones that I would highly recommend. If you're going to skip around and only watch a few of our things, it's probably pretty high up there on the list of things I would recommend, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Shar says, I'm still waiting for Fallout, LOL.
You and Marcus both, Shar. You and Marcus both.
Lucian says making a choice that's not a choice is still a choice.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yep.
And sometimes we have to do that because those timers are not forgiving.
Oh, no, they are not.
No.
Mother effer.
Yeah. Keep the messages coming, by the way. I'm going to look at these rares and mythics, but keep the messages coming.
Godolob says Fallout.
Yeah. See, I know a lot of people are excited for it.
Yes,
we will get
we'll
there.
get there soon.
In fact, I don't know. It's up there in the background. It might be the glary one, but Fallout 3 is one of these up here.
Oh. I can't see. Oh.
On the other,
yeah, it's that one.
Yeah.
Second to top shelf at the end.
Oh, at the end?
Yeah.
By the poster or the other side?
The other side.
Yeah, so it's like this one here. Like I said, I think it's a little glary.
Yeah.
It's there.
Godolob says building another Pip-Boy while watching. LOL. Oh, good. Like a different style of Pip-Boy?
Or just another.
Char says, I gotta see that goat.
Check his Instagram. He's got, definitely had pictures of the Pip-Boys up there.
Yeah.
And they're really cool. I will give him that. They're really, really cool. Such a clever idea, and it makes sense that they sell well for you because
right.
Like I said, what a cool idea.
He says for an order.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, Char, I mean, you follow Geek for All on Instagram, Geek for All on Instagram too, not just Gluten Free for All. So
yeah.
Godolob is on there.
That's right.
Just look through the people who follow back.
Yeah.
Lucian says, wait, Fallout is futuristic Skyrim, right?
Sort of, yeah. I guess that's a way to classify it, sure.
Spoilers, Lucian. What the fuck? Godolob says for an thank you, M.
No, just fixed it.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay. Gotcha.
All right, moving on. Like I said, keep the messages coming. I'm going to look at these rares. We have Winter Night Stories. Draw 3, discard 2 unless we discard a creature.
Sorry.
That's okay. Narset. We played against this card today. Narset, Jeskai Waymaster. Kotis, the Fang Keeper. Felithar, Dawn of the Abzan. So we have Jeskai, Sultai, and Abzan. And Mardu, Zergod, Thunder's Decree. Abzan again with Revival of the Ancestors.
I love that card. It's so cool.
It's gorgeous, right? We played against this one today, too. Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon.
Whoa.
And Cory Steelcutter.
Whoa, I have not seen this one yet.
Really?
No.
Oh, yeah. It's a good one.
It's very cool.
Yeah, we've used it to pretty... I think maybe it was in pre-release that I used this to relatively good effect, although, again, I mentioned my record at pre-release, so it wasn't to that good of an effect, but still. And then 2 mythics. I'll let you read first.
Yeah. Lucian says, I could be interested in that then, LOL.
Sure.
Sorry for non-spoiler spoiler. What the hell? It's a spoiler.
Well, you don't know what Skyrim is, thankfully.
Yeah, but you just said it's futuristic Skyrim.
Oh, so that would reveal that it's futuristic in some way? I would argue that still doesn't give you too much.
And then if I learn anything else about Skyrim, then I'll know basically what it is.
Fair. But I would still... I think you're okay. I think you're
All
okay.
right,
fine. 2 mythics. First is... this card really likes us today.
Oh, man.
We have seen now a playlist of Shiko today. We opened one in our sealed. We just opened one in these packs, and we played against 2 of them. That's 4 Shiko today. And I think the only other mythic spirit dragon that we saw today was Nariv, right? And it was like, they played it and then conceded. So, and then our last mythic is... we saw Taval as well. That's right. Taval, Arbiter of Virtue. So this is the second Taval of the day as well.
Its tail looks like one of those pine cones that's like freshly grown. It's like green and it's all tight.
Thin.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I like that. So yeah, there you go. 2 non-wild card mythics. That never happens. So thank you, Arena. Appreciate it. Would have preferred the good luck in the games, but you know what? I'll take it here. Thanks. Again, credit where credit is due or
Yeah.
whatever. We have 16 more packs to open over the next few weeks, and I'm sure I'll get more over time. I mean, obviously, we get 3 packs from
Playing sealed.
the events when we're done with any event. Yeah, for our record, we get 3 packs, so that's pretty good. But yeah, guess what, everybody? That is otherwise going to be the end of this particular stream. We will be back next Monday with more.
Collector Invest is here saying, I bought Jeskai Striker Commander deck.
Welcome back, Collector Invest. Great to see you. What did you think of it? Were you happy with your purchase? I mean, I assume that if that's the only one that you bought, that you kind of knew what you were getting into, right? That you chose that one in particular. But what do you think of it so far? While they're typing that, I will... Did you have something to say? Okay. I will say, as a reminder, folks, we'll be back next week for more of this at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on this channel, as we always are for Magic Monday. And we would love to have you join us then as well.
Yes.
Also, as we mentioned, we have 2 other channels. Links down in the description box below for Video Games for All.
And Gluten Free for All.
And please don't forget, whether you're here or there, that if you're enjoying the things that we're doing on our channels, to subscribe and ring that bell so that you will get notifications whenever any of our videos come out and or whenever we go live, because we are live here every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, but also live every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern over on Video Games for All. This Friday, over on Video Games for All, we are either going to be playing Super Mario Land or Super Mario World 2. You will have to tune in and see which one it is.
Yeah.
But it should be fun. We just beat...
I don't know the answer either, even though I'm going like this and saying, yeah.
I don't know the answer either. I still have to decide. But we'll see on Friday what that's going to be. And then otherwise, between now and then, like I mentioned, we have another video coming out on Thursday this week on this channel, so stay tuned for that.
Yes.
And 3 videos coming out on Video Games for All, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday.
So, a lot of crap. But please watch it.
It sure is a lot of crap.
Collector Invest says, I am upgrading it each month.
Okay, that makes sense.
Aaron says, that's a lot of channels.
Yeah,
it
you're
sure
telling
is.
us. You're telling us.
And it's a lot of content for those channels as
That's
well.
right. 2 streams a week, 3 videos guaranteed a week, and then random videos on this channel, like the one on Thursday that I mentioned. Usually 1 video on Gluten Free for All a month. That is the attempt that we try to put forth. Sometimes life gets in the way. I got very sick last month, so that didn't fully work out for us. And we were on vacation for a week as well. So,
I was going to make Irish soda bread, but we'll have to wait till next year.
Yeah, I guess so.
But there'll be one for April, hopefully. And yeah. There's frequent posts on Gluten Free for All's Instagram, so check that out as well.
I genuinely feel like I haven't mentioned that in a while. I'm truly sorry about that. Down in the description below is links to both of our Instagrams, Geek for All's and Gluten Free for All's. But if you're going to check out only one, I encourage you to check out Gluten Free for All's. But, I mean, obviously, I encourage you to check out both.
Yeah, we just post much more frequently on Gluten Free for All.
Yes.
Because basically whatever I make for dinner gets posted on there. But I don't post every day. I post, 2 or 3 times a week.
Right, but if you want to see that delicious chorizo frittata, did you take a picture of that?
Yeah.
You haven't posted it yet, though.
No.
So, but still, stay tuned to the Instagram feed. Give us a follow. We appreciate it.
Shar says, oh, I posted something new on my Instagram. Oh, okay. We'll check that out, Shar.
Yeah, good to know.
Lucian says, all I meant is they're both Bethesda games. Stop saying shit! Stop! Lucian says, having 3 channels named blank for all triggers me. Make another channel raffle. You know what, Lucian?
See, would it trigger you more if there were 3 or if there were 6? Anyway.
Erin says, I should start watching that. My daughter found out recently she has a gluten allergy. Oh, okay, great. Well, not great. I mean, that's terrible,
Yes.
obviously. But yeah, both the Instagram and the channel are both kid friendly. Whereas our other two channels
This channel and Video Games for All.
yeah, and Geek for All's Instagram, I would say probably are not kid friendly. Maybe.
You think so?
Maybe.
Yeah, whatever. But also, Aaron, if you ever want tips, tricks, conversations, I don't know if you're friends with Amy on Facebook, but you're more than welcome to message me. And Amy can and will see that and can easily chat back. Amy's been dealing with it for many years, so.
Oh yeah, she's 22. Well, I think she can watch our content then.
Fair enough.
Fuck me. Sorry, Aaron. Remember, I'm old AF. No, you're not.
Well
Stop.
then, if you or she have any questions, don't
Right.
hesitate to reach out to Amy. I will tell you she's a very good resource. So don't, and Amy is very willing to help, as well as has made some good inroads into at least the Instagram community of gluten-free folks, if that's something that she might be looking for.
Yeah,
as well.
it's a very extensive community, and I'm following many celiacs out there. So, yeah, and many of them are following me back, and it's pretty humbling that chefs are following me and celebrities care enough to respond when I message them sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's really cool.
Yeah.
So
she's building up quite the following, and it should only keep growing. Obviously, with your all of your support as well, it can only keep going. Even if you are not necessarily a member of the gluten-free community, we still appreciate your support. It like I said, it can only help. So,
see, Helen says they should just call it Fifth Channel for All. Just skip 4.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, it just depends. Like, if we have free time and decide that we can even sustain a fourth, fifth, sixth, whatever channel.
Yeah. Oh,
Which
it's hard enough to sustain what we've got going.
Amen. we still have many things in the works that we're just like, oh, but we got to do this and we want to do this and we got to do this. So we're doing our best to keep up with demand. Obviously, things slip here and there, and we do apologize for that, but we are doing our best, and we really appreciate all the support that you all give, all you folks out there. Don't forget, as well, here on YouTube specifically, likes and shares go a very long way.
Yes.
And so likes on streams, likes on pre-recorded videos, and sharing with folks that you might know who would enjoy our stuff really, really helps a lot. So.
Or your daughter who has a gluten allergy.
Right? Exactly. Oh, no. Greg made it. And I don't mean, oh no, Greg made it. I mean, oh no, we were almost going to end before Greg got here.
Lucian says just upload schedule of 1 video a year for the 4th. Yeah. LOL.
That's
pretty funny, Lucian.
That might still be difficult to do. But...
honestly. At the rate we're going, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Greg says, no, wait, I'm here. No leaving. Come on. Made it. And then... No, what about the dragons? It says dragons. I see the title.
We did. We played Abzan sealed, and we went 4-3.
Greg, check it out. Aaron is here.
Yes.
Lucian says, no, Greg, it's over.
That's why he said no.
Char says, where can I find that video you posted, Amy? It is on Instagram, Char.
Gluten Free for All's Instagram. That is right.
Yes. Greg says, solid. I won't hold you guys up. Just wanted to hop in and say hi. Smile. Hope everyone had a great night.
I would say we did. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. We went 4-3.
Yeah.
With a Abzan.
I told him. I said already.
deck.
Abzan, we went 4-3. But it was
said
good.
That, and
I
definitely heard you say that.
Yep.
And I definitely was not repeating you.
I definitely listen when you talk. You're my spouse. That's how it works.
That. Okay. Yep. C. Holland says, thanks for the stream. Thank you for being here.
That's right. You're very welcome. Thank you.
Greg says 4 and 3 is solid. Better results than pre-release, but we don't need to bring that up.
Almost anything would have been a better result than pre-release, Greg, but you are totally right.
And Shar says, good night, love y'all. Good night, Shar.
Good night, Char. Feel better.
Feel better as always.
Welcome home.
Yes, take care of yourself. Get a good night's rest.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do the same.
Check out that Instagram video. It's pretty short and fast, so...
No, it's not a short. They're called Reels on Instagram.
But actually, there's a couple things I forgot, Shar, so if you want to check that out tomorrow, because after we're done with all of this, I'll comment on that video, saying the things that I forgot to put in the video.
There you go.
Greg says, okay, guys, have a great night. Glad I made it. Smile.
You know we're glad you made it too, Greg. Great to see you as always. Have a great night yourself. And in fact, Amy, since I just said that, as you all hopefully know, and as I know Amy and I know, these streams would not be the same without each and every one of you, whether you were in chat or not. But of course, the chatters keep it going, and we really appreciate that.
Chatter.
And so, yes, the chatter, yeah. And so, Amy, you have some work to do.
Greg, thank you so much for making it here. I'm sorry we were done playing by the time you got here, but we will see you soon.
Yes, that's right. And we appreciate it.
Yes,
always,
because we will be back to the store for the Final Fantasy set that comes out.
She got there.
Yes.
Exactly right.
And y'all should check out all those videos we make.
Coming out in a couple of months. I'm looking forward to it.
Shar, thank you so much for being here. Take care of yourself.
Yes.
Check out that video in the morning.
That's right. All the things.
Yes, when I comment on what I forgot. C. Holland, thank you so much for being here. It always means a lot.
And sticking around. Always impressive, too.
Yeah, and commenting so much in chat tonight. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, great to have you.
It means a lot to have your input.
That's right.
Lucian, thank you so much for being here, and sorry about yelling at you for the spoilers. I hope you didn't take it, to heart too much. Aaron, thank you so much for being here. It's really amazing to see you.
Yeah.
It'd be cooler if we could see you in real life. But I'll take seeing you in chat. That's also cool.
Yeah, and I always appreciate the limited tips. It may be my format, but that does not mean I'm any kind of an expert. So it is always appreciated. Thank you very much. And again, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate having you.
Collector Invest, it was incredible to see you in chat tonight as well.
Yeah, thanks for stopping in. We'd love to hear more from you in the future. Let us know what things you're collecting and or investing in. And like your Jeskai Striker Commander deck and how you're upgrading it in the future. We would love to hear that.
Yes.
So in future streams.
Go to Lope, thank you for making it. I know you're trying to work on that Pip-Boy. So I appreciate that you put us on in the background while you're working.
Yeah, keep the updates coming on that stuff. That's great.
Yes. We always love to see what you've got going on your Instagram.
That's right.
Erica, thank you so much for being here. As always, we love you so much.
Yes, and appreciate you here.
No, keep going. I'm so happy for you that you got a new phone.
Same.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
But also, I'm so sorry that it was an unexpected expense and probably not cheap. Yeah. So I apologize for that piece of it. But I hope it turns out to be a good investment. Yes,
and I was going to say, glad you're able to see the silver lining and talking about the positives as well. Because if it was something that was necessary, at least you get to, take some joy in it as opposed to just kind of lamenting it. So.
Yeah, and by the looks of my phone, I should have bought a new phone 3 times over. So I'm a little bit jealous for that for that reason. Aaron, Lucian says, so with Fallout, spoiler alert, okay, Davi the hell self dies. Lucian. I can't. I want to be mad at you right now. And I can't, because that was pretty fucking funny. But you're on thin ice with me.
Oh, amazing.
All right. Aaron says, always nice to see you guys pop up with a heart.
That's
you
right.
too,
Yeah,
Aaron.
exactly.
How cool.
Yeah. All the love to you and the family. Hope, like I said, hope everybody's doing well. And like I said, if you or your daughter want to chat about gluten-free stuff,
Yeah.
don't hesitate to message me, and it'll get to Amy. So no worries whatsoever. It was very good. It was very funny.
Lucian says 50 million sideways crying laughing faces.
Yeah, exactly. Always enjoy ending the stream with a laugh. It's good stuff. I appreciate each and every one of you that Amy mentioned. I also appreciate, folks, if you did not hear your name mentioned, but you were watching us tonight, thank you so much for taking the time being here. We really appreciate having you, however you choose to support us. If you want that shout out in the future, come join us in chat, and you will get that shout out as Amy gave here. Like I said, we'll be back for more Magic next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on this channel. But again, we're going to have a video coming out on Thursday, so don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell over here. But we also have those other 2 channels, as well as the 2 Instagrams. Links down in the description box below, so check those out also. And between now and the next time that we see you all, whenever that happens to be, please continue to stay safe and happy and healthy. That is to you and yours super important. And for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
And as we always say, in whichever video or stream of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.